Isaiah 65.
Yeah, so turn your Bibles to Isaiah 65. We're going to deal with that too. But first, we read about the genius and the Juno. What we're going to look into first is the genius. Out of the Funk and Wagnall Standard Dictionary of Folklore and Mythology. Wagnall, Funk and Wagnall's Publishing, Incorporated, 1972, page 444, genius. What in the world is the genius? What would they celebrate on their birthdays that this book just finished making reference to? What is the genius?
Genius. In Roman religion, a protecting spirit.
In Roman religion, a protective spirit. Go ahead, brother.
Essentially, an indigenous Roman belief comparable to the late Greek concept of the daemon, and to the later Christian belief in the guardian angel.
So the genius was like a guardian angel. And in fact, what does it say here? You read that part? Plural, genii.
Right.
Right? So another name, or if you're talking about more than one, you're talking about genii. Collier's Encyclopedia. Remember these words, genii. Genii, right? Look what the Collier's Encyclopedia had to say here under demonology. What volume is that?
That's Collier's Encyclopedia. Volume 8, page 96.
Demonology.
Demonology, the science and art of religious practice which pertains to supernatural beings called from the Greek demons, spirits, or genii.
Wait a minute. You mean to tell me the genii falls up under a demon? These supernatural spirits that was conjured up was the genii or the genius. And it was this spirit that was supposed to help, or was supposed to have come in existence when a baby boy was born. This is what we read in history.
According to the type of demonology believed in, demons are human souls known as genii.
They are human souls known as genii. So when you celebrate, you really celebrate you. That's all you hear today. But in essence, you are celebrating your soul, your spirit twin, who was born when you was born, who looked over you. And that spirit twin was the genii, or your own soul. And you celebrated him with birthday sacrifices and everything else.
Actually celebrating, if it's plural, celebrating them.
Celebrating them.
Them spirits in you.
What we looking at, bro?
10.
So now, let's look at it a little further. The genii, right? We're going to go to the book of Isaiah. 65. And I want to begin reading at verse 11. So they had celebrations for these demons called the genius, whom the people celebrated on their day of birth. The genius. If you was a female, you celebrated the Juno on your day of birth. Okay? And we notice, besides the Gino and the Juno, besides the genius and the Juno, we already know that the birthday custom is a custom of the heathen, don't we? Because we find all of the nations, Egypt, Persia, Greece, Rome, they all celebrated birthdays. So look at this here. Look what Isaiah had prophesied about. When you get it, go ahead and read, my brother. Isaiah 65 and 11.
But ye are they that forsake the Lord.
Ye are they that forsake Jehovah. Go ahead and read.
That forget my holy mountain.
And you have forgotten his holy mountain.
That prepare a table for that troop.
Wait a minute now, you setting up a dinner table. For who?
For that troop.
For that troop. And what else?
And that furnish the drink offering to that number.
So you done set up a table for troop, and you done furnish a drink offering for that number. Well, what in the world is the Bible saying? We're going to find out exactly what the Bible's saying. Let's look up here in the Strong's Concordance. And we want 4507. No, in fact, we'll read troop first. 1408 and 1409. It's actually 1409, but we're going to read 1408 too because it is a what is it? It's a, I'm sorry. There's another variation of that word.
Okay.
So here, true. No, I'm going to read this again. Isaiah, let me get there. Isaiah 65. I didn't get there yet.
Verse 11.
Verse 11. I'm going to read this again before this brother read this. Isaiah 65. Pay attention to this. This is serious. Isaiah 65 and verse 11 reads this. But ye are they that forsake the Lord, that forget my holy mountain, that prepare a table for that truth. Who is the truth?